children and young folks, can I first of all thank you and welcome you to the launch of the Arts in the Community event for 1991, the Kingston Lacey Environmental Play. Now, as director of the East Dorset Heritage Trust, I'm very pleased, particularly pleased and quite honoured really, to be involved with this absolutely unique arts activity. There hasn't been anything like this in this area before. And in fact, this initiative began in its sort of embryonic planning stage back in September 1990. Now, the project will in fact involve children from not one school, but for covering the entire educational age span. In addition to that, the project will involve adult members of the community. Some of those will be parents, some who have no connection with any of the schools. So it's very much a community event. That project will culminate in a series of performances in public to be held nightly from the 8th of July in the grounds of Kingston Lacey House.
Together as many people of all ages as possible, and as Alan has said, the culmination will be this exciting play at Kingston Lacey in July. But before that time, there's an awful lot of work that's going to go into the production, and I think that we feel, the people who planned this project, that the real value of it is actually in the duration of that time. So in the next 2 months, there's going to be a lot of people working in the school and in the community group, one evening a week. And they're going to be using a variety of art forms, writing, dance, music, and others, I'm sure, to bring about this final production. And this work that they do will focus very much, as Alan has already said, on this rich historical interest which we have around us. And we decided that we wanted to try and find 2 real people that we could sort of pin this story on. And we have chosen Viola Banks, the young daughter of Henrietta and Rafe Banks, who lived at Kingston Lacey, and Alice Moore Baker, her favourite nurserymaid. And those 2 very real people are going to take the audience, finally, on a journey around Kingston Lacey grounds, a journey of storytelling which we hope will evoke past periods, the Celts, the Romans, medieval, and back to Edwardian times.
We're going to be kind of like spearheading this project through. I think it's important to point out to people as well that although it's obviously primarily an arts project, we do hope that it will also enable teachers to fulfil the national curriculum right across the curriculum. Just in case anyone's worried that their children will just be doing arts activities which have no significance, we are quite confident that everything we do will be leading to extremely exciting creative writing, extremely exciting creative mathematics, and extremely exciting creative science. To that end, at the back, we put up an excerpt from the natural history, the National Curriculum Report on History, which points out some of the ways in which that can happen. But most of the national curriculum, whatever the subject is that's mentioned there, does call for an inactive approach to learning rather than the passive one, and we do hope this will be promoted through that. There are some resource packs that we'll be giving out to the teachers, which have examples of ways in which, for example, work on the Iron Age and Celts can also be applied to mathematics. Edwardian, Celtic, that's my bit, she's the Edwardian bit. But we've also, because the medieval side of this play is going to be undertaken by the community group, which could be you, because that's going to be starting on Tuesday evening, so it'll be one Tuesday evening a week. Family night was another name we thought of for it, because we really hope this is going to be from 6:30 to 8:30, that people will feel they can come along and perhaps with them too. We do want to use local documents as much as we can for this project, and to that end, you will hear in a moment a song that Sharon is going to sing, and this was actually found in a diary of a servant at Kingston Lacey who died very, very young. And it was a kind of poem, song, we're not sure, but it was found in a diary very recently, and David brought it to our attention. So, thank you very much.
From my little room at the top of the house. I am sorry you have not received a letter sooner, but we have been very busy recently, getting ready for the visit by King Edward next month. You would not believe how much work there is to do. What with getting Master Ralph, the young...
It's finished in time to see it on the river otherwise. Let's lay it down here, that. Oh, look at the river today. Looks a picture, doesn't it, in the sunlight? Just like gold. You're right there. Don't let's stand around. Come on, let's get to work then. Tell me, Sniper. Now you go easy there, don't you go chipping too much off. Nice and smooth, that's the way to do it. Scrape it down there, that's it, just like I taught her. Oh, we'll soon have this finished. It'll be just as good as that huge great one we all did last year. Do you remember? Do you remember the day we cut the tree down? That crack it made like thunder. This crack here's a bit big though. To do with plenty of moss to plug this gap. Where's that sister of yours got to? She was supposed to be fetching moss, that Rhiannon was.
I don't know.
You sure? Cormac? Easy how you come there. Can't help me with this. So where have you been then, Rhiannon? I didn't quite hear what you said.
I went to see the rain.
And why, may I ask?
I went to sell some bread.
Sell them bread? I hope you poisoned it first.
No problem.
No!
They pay us good money and we need it.
We don't need Roman money. Ever since they came here, there's been nothing but trouble. Haven't you forgotten about the ones they killed at Maiden?
And they need people to help. They pay good money. You're old enough.
Big damn weather we're having all the time. The men of Kingston Lacey, this be your steward here to call the day of the court. All the people of the court are to attend, and first of all we will have the tithing of Cowgrove. Cowgrove, come forward, please. Oh, what a muddly place. They don't improve no other. Be you the tithing man?
Yes.
Right, sir. Then you must have a report to make.
Yes. The tithing man comes with his tithing this day and presents certain rents to the lord of the manor of 3 shillings.
God, make me walk. I hope you got it all here, tithing man. Because the Lord Henry, Earl of Lincoln, he ain't very pleased when you don't pay all the money. Last time you didn't, did he? What's this like? Well, you're lucky this time. It's all here. Carry on.
Furthermore, the Earl of March has not come to court to explain his part in the right-hand wheel at Waltham Mill. Furthermore, Philip Galloway has died. He had a cottage with 8 acres of land and another 8 acres of land in stone. The tax of 2 shillings and 5 pence is paid. His wife Joanna claims the land and cottage. The Lord agrees. She promises to be loyal to the king. If she doesn't keep the land in good order and make repairs for the cottage before Michaelmas, she will... It's not fair!
What is this noise? Interrupting. What What be this noise then? Explain.
They're the children of the widow.
Which widow? Of this Lady Galloway again, is it?
Yes.
God, I think we had trouble with her before. Right, what's this argument about then?
I found them stealing wood in his lordship's land.
We heard of. Hold 'em still, Constable. We'll deal with they in a minute. Carry on, Toyman man.
She will be fined 3 shillings and 4pence. Furthermore, the tithing man presented to the court that all is otherwise well with his tithing.
But how can I do this? I have no money, it is so unjust. I have paid my taxes. All my savings have gone on the taxes. I have no money for repairs. My husband is dead. What are my children and I to do?
Just
We
be
are
quiet.
starving.
When the poll tax is due, it is due. And that be all to it. All these people who are arguing. Right, Constable, let's see hearing this properly. What be this presentment you make, sir?
I found these 2 stealing wood in our lordship's land. They were stealing this piece of wood.
What? Blimey! Wow. What on earth do they want with this great piece of wood then, sir?
We need it to make a fire.
Oh, rubbish.
They've got plenty, that lot. They're witches' children.
How many acres of land, mighty man, have this bunch got? Well, you have it there. Hold on.
8 acres.
God, 8 acres.
We have no wood left.
Come on,
What are we
woman.
supposed to do? We have no money. My children are starving.
I've never heard. They look
Witches
well
don't
dressed to
starve.
me. Tithing man, have you had trouble in this village before with these people? You have. Constable,
We've all had trouble from them.
hang on a minute, please. Hang on a minute. Constable, what have you had trouble with them before with?
Well, that woman has been seen by the wood with her cauldron.
And what's she doing with this cauldron?
She's stirring some kind of brew.
Witch. Told you, witch.
Right. Have we got any witnesses to this?
Yes, this lady here.
Right. Well, let's deal with one thing at a time. This wood. Go and take a bit of wood without permission. You know the consequences. The law states that if you take wood without the Lord's permission, then you be punished. And in this case, you go to the stocks for 1 whole day. Hang on! Wait a minute. You not only go to the stocks, but because of this law and disorder, don't go in the stocks yourself. Put your feet in there. You don't work. Something in here. Quiet.
Shut up, brat.
You not only stay in the stocks, you stay there without bread and water for 1 whole day, and because of the trouble you caused, and your mother, you stay there for 1 day extra on top. And I hope it ain't too hot.
We'll laugh to scorn, for we hold it as our creed, that none are gentle save the one.
Installation for so long has now been used. Very typically, either the scene with the Celts, talking about the Romans, we can perhaps imagine that going on at a place like Babri Rings. The medieval court, of course, the site of that still survives at Cagro, just above the village. And the records that go with it have survived as well, almost an unbroken chain from the 1200s right through.
Or council, the sort of historical wing. There are pictures of students working around, A-level art students working around in the house, and we have special study days for school children when the house is closed to the public so they can come in and really work on things in detail. Examples of the role play here from the Bournemouth Centre Community Arts Project last year. And over on the estate, there are selections from the teacher's tax that we have produced. This is a scheme which you can talk about in more detail to David if you like. It's called the Countryside Guardianship Scheme. And this is where children adopt a piece of land themselves and actually look after it. This is lovely.
Culminating in a performance later this summer. So thank you very much indeed. And can I please ask that you don't go now, but you enjoy the feast of goodies on the side here, and hope mingle, talk, enjoy the company, and become the nucleus of this amazing community play for 1991. Thank you.
The BBC, enterprise at its best.
A remodelled Reggie Perrin returns in half an hour for a second bite of the apple in the guise of his old friend Martin Wellborn. First on BBC One Friends, a few and far between for Clyde in EastEnders.